Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, woke up this morning, rolled over and said, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a really good day. I think it's going to be a day where we take time and we compare a few pedals. There's almost a shootout, if you will, between Blackstar and a few other brands. These new Department 10 pedals, pretty awesome. And we're going to show you the who's, the ifs, the whats, and the whys coming right up. So today, for the first shootout, the first comparison, if you will, we're going to do the Department 10 Blackstar, the driver, the dual driver, and we're going to do the orange Terror Stamp. Terror Stamp. So we're basically comparing apples to oranges? And we're going to show you a sound demo of each and the features of each, and why I think you would choose the Department 10. So here we go. They're set up quite the same, in fact, as the orange Terror Stamp can be a direct out, which is exactly how we're running it right now. It is a built-in amplifier. It has 12AX7 inside, and it is ready to go. We have it powering a single 12 and a cab, because that's how this one functions. You have two different channels, so that you can have two different volumes, two different drives, if you will, and you will, hopefully, because that's why you buy it. And it has a shape knob, so that you can shape the EQ, much like the ISF knob on the dual, I don't know why I did this, I'm sprinkling salt on it, I guess. And in the dual drive, same thing, the ISF, so you get a chance to do both. All right, so let's listen to the orange Terror Stamp. I've got the gain at about, I don't know, 10 o'clock, and the shape currently is also about 10 o'clock. So let's start with volume 1, and we'll see its level of drive. Okay, now we're going to switch it over to volume 2. Bring the heat, put it directly on the grill. Let's turn the gain up a little bit so you can see that you can really heat it up. Turn the shape a little bit so you can hear what that does. So all the way to the right, and it scoops out the mids for that. Ooh, ooh. And we'll switch it back over to volume 1 so that you can hear. Now, with this pedal, you're able to set the level of each one of the two volumes. I mean, it's a pretty cool. It's a, you know, it's all in one. It's a desktop. It's a power amp, much like the Blackstar Department 10. But now what we're going to do is switch over and play through the Department 10, and we'll show you some of the differences there and why I think you would choose the Department 10 over the Terror Stamp. Through the magic of time and space continuum, we have switched over now to the Department 10 dual drive from Blackstar. Okay, so the features are the same. It's got two different channels, but each one of these two different channels has a clean and a crunch. Also powered by a 12AX7, just like the other. This one has the ISF, just like the shape knob on the other. And this one has a little bit of an added EQ. So let's see what we got here. So first we have just the dry signal. So let's turn on channel 1. And as you can see, it heated it up. Now let's switch it over to the crunch. Crunchy, crunchy. Break up to the verge of distortion. Almost distortion. Okay, so that was channel 1. Let us now switch over to channel 2 for our, hello friends in Mexico. Numero 2 for our Mexican friends. So that is the crunch. With the gain just at 9 o'clock, we're barely heating this thing up. Make sure the EQ's at noon for a fair comparison. Now let's put it on OD, more like OG. And it really heats up. So ladies and gentlemen, there's the Department 10 Blackstar. Much of the same features, 12AX7. Well, actually, it's ECC83. It's 12AX7. I don't know why I just call it 12AX7. That's none of my business. I'm not a marketing guy. I just play guitar, barely. It has a direct out, much like the other. This has cab sims. The Department 10 has cab sims, just like the Orange, and you can use it as a standalone desktop. I mean, it'll do it all. Your rig goes down, just plug this into the PA. You're done. I mean, that's it, really, you know. So, dual drive. Dual drive gets my vote. All right, on to the next comparison. Comparison number 2. We're going to compare Le Crunch from 2 notes to the Department 10 Dual Distortion by Blackstar. So this pedal, much like the Blackstar, has 2 channels, and each one is pretty unique in its own. But with the Le Crunch, you can put them together. You can do a little hot fusion and cold fusion, and I'm going to show you how it works. Powered by a 12AX7, running, I believe this one's a 200 volt. It has cab sims like the Blackstar does. It has, you can control it via MIDI. So channel 1, you have gain, volume, bass, mid, and treble. And then channel B, has you can switch between the hot and cold fusion. I'll show you what that does. Gain, sweep just like the ISF would on the Blackstar. It has volume, bass, mid, and treble, and then there's a fusion, and I'll show you what that does as well. All right, so without it, we just have our regular clean. And as soon as I engage channel A, you will see the tube. Well, I mean, it's always on, but you can see that it's green behind it and illuminated in a beautiful green hue. And with this channel, I just have it set to a nice little crunch, much like its name. So without it, so just enough to heat it up. Okay, now let's turn that off. Let's go over to channel B. Let's make it interesting. And if you see on the controls, you can see I just have the EQs up at noon. I haven't really changed anything. Treble, somebody bump treble. And I have the gain. Let's back it down a little bit and see what happens. Now what this pedal will do is you can combine A and B, and let's do that. So if you combine them, you just touch them together. Now there are two different versions of this. So basically what we did is we fused channel A into channel B. And now when it's cold, what it is it combines them together. In this fusion knob, you can adjust it to which channel you want to hear more of in the signal path. But when you change it and make it hot fusion, what it does is it becomes A, channel A is the booster for channel B. To give it even more like, what? Now cold fusion. And you can see as I roll that fusion in what it does. It changes as to which one has more output. Okay, so that is the basic features of this pedal. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over through the magic of television and compare it to the new Department 10 dual distortion from Blackstar. Like this. And just like that. We should do that. We should do that all the time. That's pretty cool. Like a little, we can pretend we're like chicks on TikTok or something. Anyway, so now we're into the new Department 10 dual distortion Blackstar. ECC 83 12AX7. I'm just gonna call it 12AX7. You can correct me in the comments. I'm sure you're gonna put all kinds of comments down there anyway. You forgot to do this. You forgot to do that. Just put it down there. Do your own pedal demo. So we got this one single channel. Each channel has two different settings. We're gonna share the EQ ISF, much like the over here we had on this one. We had the sweep. I believe it was called. Well, yeah, sweep. Okay, so on this one we had the sweep. That's pretty much what the ISF is. It changes kind of the mid-range, makes it from an American sound to a British sound. And so let's just go through it. We have direct. And then here's channel 1, and I have it on the cleaner of the two settings. And now we're going to switch it over to the big boy. And we're going to move this ISF, and you'll be able to hear what it does. Okay, now let's turn that back off. Let's go over here to channel 2 and listen to what it has to offer. I had to back the gain down. That's how much this thing is just like. Much like letting the clutch out on a race car. Things like, let's go, let's go, let's go! I just blew your ears. I just blew every one of your little computer speakers. Okay, let's switch it down to the, OD2. Ooh. So that one I would probably use for like a solo section. because that's so much drive. Of the two, I prefer channel 1. Again, it's just a preference. It doesn't really mean much to you, the viewer. Maybe you like channel 2 better. But just they do the same. You'll be able to hook them up direct. You can use this as a desktop amp. It has a USB. You can use this as into a computer. Pretty simple. Your pedal board goes down. You can plug this in directly into the PA and just use this as your whole entire rig if you wanted to. You can plug it into the software and get different cab sims. You can change all kinds of things with this. And I don't know. For my money, that's the one I'm going for. Which one would you pick? Put it down in the comments. Which one do you like better? Which one do you like the sound of better? I don't know. Maybe you just don't like my shirt today. Just put something down in the comments. Every comment you make, I get half a penny. That's how I get paid for these videos. So put a bunch of comments, as many as you can. Even if it's just maybe an exclamation point. Do a bunch. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all the things. Check us out on our MySpace. We've got all the things. Make sure you check us out on all of them. And until next time.